Hey there. So I want to tell my real story now, and I don't have this perfectly memorized. So I'm going to reference some notes as I do this. And I ask for your forgiveness for that. But none of us are trying to be perfect here. We're just all trying to get better. So when I was 10, I tried to quit an intensely regimented 6 days a week Coventry Cathedral choir boy lifestyle, 3 years into a 5-year commitment. And the choir masters refused to let me leave. Over 6 months, I went from being a rising star, future head boy full of confidence to an angry young punk rocker dropout full of worthlessness. The cathedral hierarchy told me repeatedly over those 6 months that I was a silly little boy who didn't know what was best for him. What hurt the most, though, was that my parents were silent throughout these months and never came to my rescue because they didn't agree with me either. This also seemed to confirm the message that I was worthless. I felt totally unsupported, emotionally abandoned, and belittled. 25 years later, on March the 22nd, 2002, and after quitting my teaching job halfway through the school year, which is a real no-no, I was walking aimlessly through a Waterstones bookshop in Leamington Spa, kind of gazing over the self-help section, when I chanced across a book called Be Your Own Life Coach by Fiona Harold that really did change my life. The book got me dreaming again and asking questions such as, what would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? And if you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be? Within 2 weeks, I left England and moved to New Mexico, about 5,000 miles away, for the mountains and 300 days of sunshine. The book also got me fascinated by what Fiona Harold did for a living. She was dubbed the Queen Bee of British life coaching, a profession I'd never heard of. Before I went into teaching, I'd spent 18 months working as a counselor at a runaway center for teenagers. And I'd loved supporting the people. I'd loved the one-on-one dynamic. But I learned that I didn't want a career in social work or to spend the rest of my life hearing heartbreaking stories and reacting to crises that often nobody seemed to be able to do anything about. And this was too distressing for me. But I loved the concept of coaching and supporting people unconditionally to be the rising stars that they'd always secretly wanted to be the type of person I'd always needed, but didn't know even existed. After a few months trying to make a living as a personal coach in one of the poorest states in the US at the time, when everyone thought a coach was someone who helped their kids get better at football or baseball, I pivoted to business coaching and then to referral coaching for two reasons. First, I learned that small business owners and salespeople were more willing to invest in their business than their personal development. And I didn't want to fail by trying to focus heavily on something that people weren't willing to spend money on and have to go back to being a school teacher. So second, almost all the people I met told me they got their business from word of mouth, but none of them had a process for this. So I searched all the bookshops, went through all those shelves, found lots of books on marketing, but nothing on word of mouth marketing. And I couldn't believe this. It just didn't seem to make any sense to me. So over the next few years, I soaked up everything I could on the topic. I created a 4-step referral process. I wrote Fearless Referrals, and I got to share my message with audiences from over 40 countries and have the opportunity to coach hundreds and hundreds of mostly, but not exclusively, financial advisors from over 15 different countries. But what broke my heart was that over 7 years, only 15% of my clients were turning that 4-step referral process into effective habits and empowered mindsets, even though they got amazing results, almost made up sounding results. I felt like a failure and a fraud because all these other people were paying me good money and they wanted the same results. I felt like I'd failed to provide them the support and solutions who also, since they also wanted to be rising stars. So what really breaks my heart now is to think of all these rising star A types who wake up on New Year's Day and they want to change. They want to be, do, and have more in their lives. And they can sense that they have an untapped vein of gold. But so quickly they give up every year because they lack either the worthiness, confidence, beliefs, habits, knowledge, and unconditional support to stay the course long enough. For over 8 years, I was in this long emotional funk trying to find answers and ultimately develop a process for these people, which I've been implementing ever since. So the mother of all fears is the fear that we will succeed. I say lifting up your chin, looking at the horizon and boldly stepping forward every day takes a lot of courage. And I love people who are up for this. And I want to be there for you because I know what it feels like when you don't have that unconditional support. I also know that we all need better strategies and more clarity about the most effective habits that will put us on the breakthrough trajectory. My 8 years of research became my newest book, The 5 Habits to Mine Your Gold, became my new process, The 7 Steps to Rising Star, and a Rising Stars app community, welcome, that offers unconditional support, power habits, and strategies to all of us who want to become and want to continue to become rising stars. Going on this journey can feel scary and exciting. So listen to your inner hero who wants the best for you. Experiment, take lots of action. There's going to be some failure. You get up, you learn, you take new actions, you get better results. Don't miss out on chasing what matters most to you. Look forward to seeing you in the rest of this app community.